All right, hello RDG family. This is Miss Janae Hunter, and I am going to be doing a hair tutorial for you all so that you guys can make and have the perfect bun. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go over to see what you need to make the bun. First things first, you will need the braid. All right, make sure that it is a pre-stretched hair braid. Expressions actually has the best hair. Make sure that once you braid it on the end, you will have a rubber band on it. You also can leave the rubber band that came with the hair on the end, so you can wrap it around their own bun that you will make as you're making this bun, or to add on this bun. Next, you will need some type of gel, okay? Right here, we're using Edge Booster. This is the Stronghold Styling Gel. You can use any kind you want from Eco Gel or whatever product that you use, but just make sure that it is a strong hold, okay? Next, you will need some hair ties. Plenty of hair ties. I would say probably from 2 to 3, maybe 4, depending on how thick your daughter's hair is. And then you will need a brush and a comb as well. And then you will need some bobby pins. We don't have bobby pins, unfortunately, but you will need plenty of bobby pins. I think I said it yesterday in our meeting that you will need the bobby pins that are stuck together. I don't really know the name, but the ones that are stuck together, it doesn't matter if it is the long ones or the short ones. But just make sure that you're going to have the bobby pins that are stuck together. But tonight we're going to improvise, and I can show you, if you don't have bobby pins, what to do as well. All right? All right, first things first. So all of our girls are natural. Some of them have different textures of hair, but they all are natural. Something that we do recommend if your girl has a real thick texture of hair, that you straighten the inside of their hair, probably starting from here all the way to here. Straightening their hair with a pressing comb or a flat iron or something like that, but straighten it so then their hair can be really straight, bone straight, as you're putting it in a ponytail. All right, that will be one method, but you would do that going around the whole head just so that the ponytail can be all slicked up and that it won't be so thick and puffy when you're putting it in a ponytail, okay? But Jayla actually doesn't need that because of the texture of her hair. But if your daughter has really, really thick hair and you really wanted to lay it down, go ahead and straighten it from this much, and then that'll help you be able to put it into a ponytail, all right? Some girls have straight hair and you can just gel it up and put it up into a ponytail, but I'm going to show you another method that we can use to make it easier and get it bone straight, whether you straighten it or whether you don't straighten it. So the first thing that we do is we part it, and we make sure that we leave all of this hair out. And we only grab the hair that is in the middle. It doesn't have to be really actually parted, just as long as you're grabbing the hair in the middle. And leaving the hair on the outside out. And grabbing all the hair in the middle. All right? So again, this is the same method you would do if you're going to straighten your daughter's hair. You would straighten all of this. But with Jayla hair, we don't need to straighten it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the regular method that we would do if you do not straighten your daughter's hair. Okay? So you will have this hair in the middle, and you will simply get some gel, put it all around, put it all around. And then you will brush that up into a ponytail. And make sure it's straight as possible, because you still don't want it to be lumpy when you grab the other hair to put the other ponytail over this one. All right, so you're just gonna make a ponytail on that one, the first one. And then you're gonna go to the next one, all right? Then with the same hair, you're gonna do that same thing that you did with this one, but of course you're gonna add a little bit more gel, whatever you use, to slick the hair down. Now you want to make sure that you get it on those edges real good, because they do need to be slicked back. We don't want any flyaways. And making sure that you get the back really good, because we don't want any flyaways in the back either. Getting it real good on the sides. And then that's when you brush it up the same, in that same ponytail that you just made. And something that I like to do when I'm doing the girls' ponytails is not just brushing it straight up, not just brushing it like that, but actually swooping it, to give it a little bit more definition, and then too, it not being so plain as well. So swooping it in and brushing it back. And then you just brush it up. No swooping in the back, you just brush it up. And then you see how slick that is, how smooth it is into the ponytail. There's no lumps, it just looks straight slick back. And then that's when you bring in the other ponytail, number 2. And then if you want to go over it again with some gel, just to give it that definition as well. Because sometimes as you're putting the ponytail holder in, you know, it can, you know, mess up a little bit. And honestly, this is the part where you can go on ahead and tie the scarf around here. And then once you tie the scarf around, then you could go ahead and start working on the top, okay? All right, so once you have this tied down, of course you guys can put edges and all that other cute stuff, making sure that they laid. You could give it some more definition on their edges if that's what you want. That's always cute. And then you could go ahead and tie that up. Then we're gonna go ahead and go to the top part for the bun. Now, I know mostly all of our girls have a lot of hair, pretty long natural hair. So I think for me, I think the easiest way to do it is making 2 twists, 2 or 3 twists. Because if you make 1 big twist, it'll be really fat. But if you make 2 twists, it'll just be much smaller. And as you're twisting, you should twist the hair with it. So if you can twist, I don't know if you can see that. If you can twist while you're twisting, it can make it much tighter as well. It doesn't have to be perfect because it'll be covered up anyway. You guys see that? All right. And eventually, this would be a part where you can go ahead and wrap that around with a bobby pin. But again, like I said earlier, we don't have one. So I'm going to go ahead and make it grab onto this ponytail holder and hold itself in place. Okay? All right. Then we're going to go to the next one. And you do the same twist method for the other braid. Just so, because the thing is, you want to get this as small as possible. And sometimes straightening it on the ends does help. So remember, twist as you're twisting. And then I'm going to go ahead and put another hair tie on that. And see how her flyaway is already coming up? That's why right when you get done, you want to go ahead and put that scarf on and then move on to this, okay? All right, so then next, it will be the braid. Simple, simple, simple. You will put this rubber band right on here. It doesn't have to be tight, it still can be loose. But then that's when you begin to wrap. Wrap it, wrap it. And then because I don't have bobby pins, you improvise and you stick it under here and you pull it as tight as you can and keep on going until it stops. And this is the bun. And come and look at it in the middle. If you look at it in the middle, it still looks like it matches her hair. It just still looks like it all just flows together. All right, so this is the bun. Again, make sure once you put all of the gel and stuff on there, make sure you tie all that up because you see how it's already starting to come down. You want to make sure that it's still smooth and stay smooth right when you put it on. And then that's when you go straight to the bun. And then if you do have bobby pins, that's when you bobby pin it down from here, pretty much on one in the front, one in the back, and the 2 on the sides to keep it down. All right. Thank you. And
hello, RDG parents. Welcome to our makeup tutorial. This is my daughter Jayla, and I'll be applying the makeup on her today. But first, I want to show you guys what you need, okay? So here we go. You will need bronzer, which is this right here. Depending on your child's shade is what you will typically look for. And some go with all complexions, like this one is from e.l.f. And this will actually go with all different complexions. So I love this one. And it's very affordable, it's like $4. And then you have the blush. So I kind of blend the hot pink shade with the more darker tone, but either or will work depending on your daughter's shade again. This actually works for most shade colors, so you could do a mixture of that. If you have the makeup kit, then this is also in your kit, so you're fine with that. Next, we have our eye shades, which is our gold and our brown to smoke it out, and you'll see me apply that and how I do that later on. And then we have our signature plum color for our lip. And then I have the brushes at the bottom. This is actually a lip brush, but you don't have to have that. You can use what is already in the regular brush that comes with the lipstick. And then you also have the mascara and the eye pencil, okay? The only thing I do not have on here is like typically you can use a primer or a, a face lotion. I have e.l.f. again, which is a primer, and that's really good. And it kind of helps just get the makeup to stick on as well. And it's also keeping your child's face hydrated and moisturized. All right, I'll see you guys at the next video when I apply the makeup on her. Bye. Hello, welcome back, RDG parents. We are beginning with the primer. Again, you don't have to use primer. You can use any kind of lotion to moisturize your daughter's face before applying. I'm always a skincare first. So make sure you're applying. I normally do little dots on both cheeks, forehead, nose, and then on the chin. Right? And then we just want to rub it in like that, like that. Relax. And then I missed a step, but I also will put like chapstick or something to kind of get her lips nice and moisturized and soft before applying the lipstick, because the last thing you want is when you apply lipstick and their lips are dry and then it has that chapped look underneath. So just make sure you have your daughter understand the concept of moisturizing the face before applying the makeup on. All right, so we have her nice and moisturized, ready to apply the makeup. And so I typically will start with eye first, and then I'll work my way down to cheek and then lip last, okay? Now we're beginning, we're gonna show on this video for praise. So this is a lighter way of applying the makeup onto the face because we want a more soft, natural look for praise, okay? So if your daughter's in praise, continue to watch. So I'm still gonna do a little bit of the gold, and I'm going to apply it from the corner and bring it along the lid of the eyelid. And I'm going to add a little bit of the brown. Now we normally will smoke it out way more for RDG pieces, but for our praise division, we're not going to apply too much. So we're just gonna do one coat of a little bit of the brown in the corner. As you can see, I'm dabbing like this. And then there's a crease right here. You wanna start the crease from right here and just bring it along towards the end of the eyelid. Okay, just dab, 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 dab. And then you want to kind of wipe off the excess. I normally have a baby wipe with me. Wipe off the excess and then blend. And it'll give it a nice natural blend look, okay? Now, depending on the complexion of your daughter, if she's a little bit more of a darker tone, this will show up a little bit more on her face. My daughter's a little bit more fair light, so you won't see it as much. Hopefully you see it enough on the video to kind of get the concept. Again, we're gonna do the other side. And started from the corner of the eyelid all the way down. I bring the gold across. just like that. And then I go back to dab for the brown. You really do not need a lot, like just a little. And I start from the middle, and then I dab her eyelid just enough. And then I start from the crease and work it down. I might want to add a little bit more on that one. And work it down. Okay, take off the excess. And then I blend with the same brush after I clean it off. And just let it blend naturally. There we go. So the eyes are done just like that. But we can't forget about the eyeliner. So now we go in with our, this is actually a gel pencil, which I love this one the most. It applies so nice and smoothly. And again, I kind of like will stretch her eyelid a little bit. And then I start from the corner. And we'll use the pencil to glide it going across. And it does not have to be thick at all. Again, we want a natural look. So not something so heavy. And okay, open Jilla. Just like that. And then I'm gonna do the other side. Pull the lid across. Start from the corner. Just like that, open. Okay. And so that is our eye for praise. Then we're gonna go down to face. So we don't believe in doing foundation yet for our girls as of right now. Some of our older girls are gonna start doing foundation, but as of right now, most of our girls, they have beautiful, you know, young skin. And so we don't want to start them on foundation yet. So we do a bronzer, which still helps with the lighting to not blend in with the skin tone. It'll reflect. And so we start from the forehead going down to the nose. We call it the T. So you go down and then you go across the chin. And then you also go under the eye all the way towards the cheekbone to give her a glow as well. And I normally would do this 2 times. So I'll go again, I'll go down, and then I'll go across the chin and under the eye. And then we want to highlight the cheekbone to give some contrast to the face. So I normally tell my daughter to smile or do the duck face. And that kind of shows me exactly where her cheeks are highlighted with the bone. And you want to make sure that you're using the blush just on that area alone, right? Where you see that little nice little cheek bone. Turn here so you can see. Okay, again, not to the heaviness, natural look. We don't want them to look way too heavy on makeup. We just want a natural glow enough just for her to be able to be seen with all the lights and stuff that's going to be going on that stage. Just like that. Right there. All right, and then last but not least is our lip. So, of course, everyone has our signature look. I'm going to do it the way that typically my parents would. So I'm just going to do the brush and Okay, so we're now at our lip. Unfortunately, we will not be using our RDG signature color that we normally would use because for praise it's a little bit too strong, a little bit too dark. And so we're deciding to do a lighter natural shade that we will supply on Thursday for our parents who are in praise. So for this tutorial, we are just going to keep her lip nice and natural. But you guys was able to see our eyes and cheekbones and how we did the whole face. All right, and that is it. Thank you. Hello, RDG parents. We are back, ready to apply the makeup onto the face. All right, so the first thing I always say is to make sure we take care of skin first, which is moisturizing. You can do a primer or you can do literally a face lotion. All right, so I have it on my hand and I normally just do a dot here, dot there, dot on the other cheek, the nose, and then the chin, all right? And then we just rub it all in. Make sure we take care of our girl's skin. And then also, I didn't show it on the film, on the video, but you can also, during this time, make sure you put a little bit of chapstick or Vaseline onto the lip, just to make sure that the lip is moisturized. The last thing we want is to see the lipstick applied on top of a lip that is dry and chapped, and that's just not a good look. So we want to make sure that we moisturize the lips as well for our young dancers. All right, so here we go. So we are going to start with the eye first. We have two shades. It's like kind of like a little soft smoky eye. So we do the gold and then the brown. All right, so when we apply, we want to start from the corner of the eyelid. And don't be scared to, make sure that you have a full amount of the gold onto the brush. We're starting with the gold first. Okay, so make sure that your daughter has her chin up as you apply. I normally take my thumb and just kind of stretch out her eyelid. Close your eyelid. And then we start from the corner of the eye. And then I just bring it across her eye like that. And you want to do the whole eyelid, like right below the crease, all of that, you want it to be the gold. And then I'll do that like 2 times. So that's 1. And then I'll go back and get a little bit more gold just to make sure I'm filling in all of the little spaces. Just like that. And if you do have some excess, it's okay. I typically will have a baby wipe next to me just to kind of wipe as I need to clean off, just like that. All right, next is the brown. So we have a natural brown. Again, our shade is it's not too dark. You can go a little dark if you want, depending on your daughter's complexion, but it does not need to be black for sure. So you want it to look natural. So to give that smoky eye, we want to start from the middle of the eyelid all the way to the end. And I almost kind of extend it a little bit further out from the lid. So here we go. So we start from the middle. I dab, dab, dab. And then I bring it across the eye. And then you also want to bring this same brown on top of the lid. Like that. All right, Jilla, open. So you want to have that look just like that. All right.
This side?
Oh, baby. Okay, and then I'm gonna just add a little bit more brown to the end. All right, and then I'm gonna do the other side. So we start with the gold again. Make sure I have enough on my brush. And tilt the chin up, close the eyelid, stretch the eyelid, start from the corner and work your way down the eyelid. Again, make sure you don't pass that crease right there. You just want to fill in that whole lid with the gold. Okay, that's one time. We're gonna do that one more time. And even me, I have a little bit of some that came onto her face. So you just wanna wipe it with that baby wipe. Or a little paper towel that you can wet. Either way works. Okay, now we're gonna go into our brown. I clean up the brush every time we change the color. So once you do that gold, make sure you take off the excess off the brush and clean it off with that baby wipe or paper towel that you wet. And then you're gonna go into the brown shade. And then start from the middle of the eyelid and then work your way down. And then come up a little bit, get into that crease. The crease is right there in the middle. Right? And then I'm gonna do it one more time. The crease of the eyelid and the end of the eyelid. That's what really helps give that smoky look. And again, this is a soft smoke. It's not like intense. Okay. All right. Now to finish off that eye, we have our gel pencil and then our mascara. So this is always nerve-wracking for our parents. So what I suggest is you close the eye again, close your eye, and then you're gonna extend and you're gonna start, sometimes it's best to start from the middle, whatever's easier, and work your way down. And then finish it off. For me, I normally just start from the corner and then I'll stop, make sure it's lined right. You do not want a thick line, so don't like go heavy on it. You just want to make a nice little thin line. And then we normally do like a little cat eye. So this again, you want to make sure that from here to here, it's evened out with the eyebrow. So when you extend it, you're not going side, you're actually coming up a little bit. You're extending it a little upwards, just like that. Okay, and then that gives you that little bit simple cat eye. And then the same thing on this side. It's a little harder for this side. Close, 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 relax. You can start from the middle, then work your way back to that corner to finish out that line. And then go ahead and again, meet this eyebrow ending to right here to the pointer and extend it up. All right, and that is the eye. I think I kind of made this one a little longer, so you can fix as you go. Sometimes with makeup, it's just like when you do art, so you can fix as you go if necessary. This one was a little bit longer, so I'm just fixing it with, again, the baby wipe. And that should work. I'm gonna extend this one out just a little bit. Fix as you go. And that looks a lot more even. All right, now mascara. Some believe that you're only supposed to do the outside of the hair, but you also should do the inside and curl up. So I'm gonna show you how that looks. So I have my daughter look up. You're going to go up like that. And as I'm going up, you'll see me twirling the brush because I'm curling her eyelashes as I'm applying. It's just not about the applying, it's about the curling part of it too. Right? And then I do the other side. I'm curling them up so that they know how to go up, directing them up with the brush. And then I go inside. So you go in and you roll up like that. and it gives them a nice curl. Just like that. And that's how you get that nice effect. Turn to the side. And as you can see, look how gorgeous that looks. A lot of our girls don't even need lashes, especially if they're not of age to get lashes yet. Some of them have gorgeous lashes, and all you need is some good mascara. It does the work. It does the job. All right, so now it's face and cheek. So this is our bronzer. We do not have our girls doing foundation. As of right now, they have gorgeous, beautiful skin, and so we don't want to trouble that. We're just gonna do a bronzer, just to kind of still have the light reflect and not wash our faces out. So you wanna do the T, we call it the T, which is going down the face from the forehead down to the nose. And then the chin going across. Again, T down, T down. And then you want to highlight the cheeks above the cheekbone. So like right up under the eyelid, the eye itself, you want to add the bronzer. What happened here? Add the bronzer. I think I have some mascara on my brush. Okay, and then the other side, same thing. Add the bronzer. And hopefully I can see that glow. It just gives a really pretty glow on the face and gives them some color. All right, now we're going to the blush. My daughter's a little more on a lighter skin tone, so I like to do like a really bright blush with a little bit more of a darker one. If you have a child who's a little bit more darker, sometimes you don't need it as bright on our skin. So it just really depends. If you have the makeup kit, then it's more of this color, and that can go for any shade. Like, it really goes well with almost every shade. And then I typically will have her do the fish face, pucker up, and then I can see this is where you want to put the blush, right on that cheekbone. So you just highlight that area, and it gives them a really nice contrast on the face. And then I also give a little bit of that bright, just a little bit. You really don't need a lot of that one because it is super pigmented. Like that. Okay, and that is the face. We're last step down to our lip. All right, so we all have our signature color, which is our berry from NYX. And typically you want to start from the middle of the lip, curve around that line that we have around our lip, and go around. Make sure you make that V if your daughter has it. Go down. And then start from the bottom. You kind of want to do an outline of it, and then you can just color it in. Almost like how we learned in school how to color. And then once you have the outline, you just want to shade it all in. Shade it all in. Okay, pop out. Very nice. And RDG parents, this is our look. All right, good luck. Hope you guys get it together. For my ones who are not really comfortable with makeup, hopefully this was an easy tutorial to follow through. And we hope to see how beautiful your daughters look. Bye.